Hello, this video will be covering the complete setup and installation of the Origin Path and Home Scout Collection remote and receiver kit. If you found this video, you may be stuck in your own installation and you're looking for some help. We're here to do just that. We've already unpacked the product. We have all the things here on the table ready for installation. This is an indoor and outdoor damp rated remote and receiver kit that is compatible with chandeliers, ceiling lights, and ceiling fans that do not already have an included remote or receiver. This allows you to easily change your standard chandelier, ceiling fan, or ceiling light into a standard fixture. As you can see right here, we have the standard poly 7-bulb chandelier. It used to be called the Geordie 7-bulb chandelier, but because Dane & Scout Company decided to change the name, it's now called the poly 7-bulb chandelier. Anyways, this uses a CR2032 battery, and this is the included remote, as you can see here. It consists of 8 buttons. It allows you to control the dimming function, the speed of the ceiling fan. It also allows you to control the dimming function of ceiling fans, chandeliers, and ceiling lights as well. And it also controls the color temperature if your fixture has an included or if you've installed a color changing CCT light bulb. Though, the up and down buttons that say white on the remote control the dimming function and also controls the fan speed for standard ceiling fans, chandeliers, and ceiling lights. It only controls the color temperature when you use a compatible CCT light bulb. It also has a DC wiring assembly that you can see here. This DC end that you see right here connects to the bottom DC port of the remote, which is that little hole you see right there. And the 2 stripped wires are designed to connect it to your home's wiring and your chandelier, ceiling fan, or ceiling light wires. You can also control it with the Home Scout Collection and Origin Path app for remote control from your phone, tablet. It is not compatible with computers. So before we get started, just a couple of notes. You want to make sure that the electricity is powered off at the fuse box and circuit breaker. If you do not have confidence working around electricity, be sure to contact an electrician. Just one important note is that the CR2032 battery must be kept away from children. Button cell batteries can easily cause death if they are swallowed by young children. So just a warning, do not keep button cell batteries near the reach of children. And also, the DC wiring assembly is required for use with this remote and receiver kit. Do not use the remote and receiver kit's DC wiring assembly for any other devices other than the remote and receiver kit. And just one important note is that you must have a stable 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi connection to use the Home Scout Collection and Origin Path app. If you do not have a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi connection and have an incompatible Wi-Fi connection, your remote and receiver is not compatible with the Home Scout Collection or Origin Path app. So before we get started, please note that the instructions also come with this remote and receiver kit. There's also a QR code. I'm not going to show it to you. There is a QR code in these instructions which allow you to easily scan with your phone or tablet to easily download the Origin Path and Home Scout Collection app. Behind there is also a QR code as well that allows you to easily scan it with your phone or tablet. I am covering it, that way you don't see the numbers. So inside the box, you will get the Origin Path remote and Home Scout Collection remote, as both share the same design, the receiver, the DC wiring assembly, and the installation instructions. So now that we have everything right here, we're ready to begin. Let's do this. Before using the remote for the first time, you will need to install the CR2032 battery, which is not included with the remote and receiver. To begin, first lay the remote button side down and locate a screw securing the battery compartment door in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the screw securing the battery compartment door in place. Pull on the screw. Then open the battery compartment door to expose the battery compartment terminal. Next, install the button cell battery by pushing it into the terminal. Then, close the battery compartment door and wait until the red light flashes, indicating that the battery is installed. After closing the battery compartment door, retighten the screw. And your new remote should be ready for use once the receiver is installed. For this demonstration, we'll be using the Poly 7-bulb chandelier, formerly known as the Jordy 7-bulb chandelier. To begin, you will start by removing the mounting bracket from the canopy assembly and down rod assembly. The chandelier is being used on a table for demonstration purposes. Remove the down rod assembly and remove the top cover to expose the wires. Once the wires are exposed, you can start wiring the receiver. First, start with the first set of chandelier light socket wires. Then, take the DC wiring assembly and connect the first stripped wire to the wires of the chandelier wires and combine them with your home wiring. Use the included wire nuts that came with your fixture to securely tighten the wires, and give them a gentle pull to make sure that they don't slip off the wire nut. Next, locate the second stripped wire of the DC wiring assembly. Then combine it with the other set of chandelier wires, which are black and white, and combine them with your home's electrical wiring as well. It's a good idea to twist the ends to make sure that they stay securely in place in the wire nut. Take that wire nut, then twist until it stops rotating and the wires lock in place. Certain Origin Path and Home Scout Collection fixtures also have wiring terminals, so the wiring may look different depending on which model you have and looks different than the one that you're seeing on screen. Next, take the receiver and connect the DC end to the DC port under the receiver. Securely tuck the receiver in place against the wires. There should be some resistance. The receiver should look like this when it's fully installed inside of the fixture. Never install the receiver outside of the fixture. For ceiling fan installation, make sure the power is turned off at the fuse box or circuit breaker. Install the receiver inside the ceiling fan mounting bracket or canopy. Plug the included DC wiring assembly into the receiver's DC port. Connect the two stripped wires from the DC wiring assembly to the house wiring. Secure the wire connections with approved wire connectors. Carefully tuck the wiring and receiver into the mounting bracket or canopy. Finish installing the ceiling fan according to its installation instructions. For ceiling lights, make sure the power is disabled to the fixture. Install the receiver inside the ceiling light canopy or electrical box. Plug the included DC wiring assembly into the receiver's DC port. Connect the two stripped wires from the DC wiring assembly to the home and light wires. Secure the wire connections with approved wire connectors. Connect the receiver output to the ceiling light. Carefully tuck the wiring and receiver into the canopy or electrical box. Mount the ceiling light according to its installation instructions and restore power and test all functions. Remember, always use the included DC wiring assembly supplied with the receiver and remote kit. Do not substitute another wiring assembly. Before using the receiver and remote, you must pair them together. First, start on the receiver Then, locate the pre-printed instructions. Then, press and hold for 3 seconds to enable pairing mode, and press once to reset the receiver. This will enable pairing mode. Then, from the remote, to begin the pairing process, press the up white button and off button for a few seconds. Allow the receiver and remote to pair together for a few seconds. Next, we're going to explain the features of the remote. The on and off buttons at the top turn the fixture on or off. The up white button raises the brightness, while the down white button lowers the brightness. It also controls the fan speeds. The change colors button is only available for fixtures with a CCT or color changing light bulb. Use this to change the colors, RGB colors, or the color temperature. Pressing the strobe colors button creates a flashing strobe effect. The flash colors button makes a color flashing effect. And the fade colors button creates a fading effect. On the back of the receiver is a QR code label. This QR code allows you to easily scan with your phone or tablet to download the Origin Path and Home Scout Collection app. Use this QR code to download the apps. When downloaded, follow the on-screen instructions to set up your account and receiver, remote, and fixture. Congratulations, your new remote and receiver installation is now complete. Time to sit back and relax with a nice tall beverage and enjoy your new ceiling fixture. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find this video as well. As always, thanks for choosing the Dane & Scout Company. Bye.